It's 9 a.m. here in Los Angeles. It is Thursday, the last day of White History Month for the year AD 2025, 31st of July. Everybody loves July. Don't we? Yes, we do. And I will be taking your calls. Some of you guys are already calling in. Fret not, because if we make it to tomorrow, should the good Lord give us another day, we will be live for Men's History Month. Okay? That's the plan, man. And be aware that... Oh, that doesn't quite look right. That's too many Hakes. Can there ever be too many? I don't know. But be aware that the views expressed on this show do not represent Bond, JLP, Hake, Nick the Anchor Baby, Derek the producer, Bill the engineer, the JLP network, the Fallen State. I don't even represent myself. And you, the Snake Pit, certainly do not represent me. Will you, though? Hake, will you really take calls? If the good Lord grants me 15 minutes, I shall take your calls. And if Bill the engineer built this thing properly, it'll continue working. So just take everything that you hear, though, with a grain of salt. Literally. I know sometimes I may forget. I try not to forget, but sometimes I may forget. It's the greatest sin, forgetting, I hear. Watch out for that landmine. Is that a landmine? That's at the beach. I want to go to the beach someday. Yeah, I totally disclaim everything I say. Okay? I do. And I will get to your super chats. No endorsement is implied, okay? So if just because I like Michael Tracy or Cernovich or something, doesn't mean that they're right, okay? Just because they're white doesn't mean they're right. And that's part of being white, is knowing that you're not always right. Shout out, at least if you're white on the inside. And then, what a mess, huh? Did you catch Punchy TV? Super interesting, sort of. I hope. People liked it. And so make sure you do catch it. It is available on audio podcast. Let's see, what level do I normally do? So if you go to rebuildingtheman.substack.com, there's I think 3 different podcasts there. There's JLP Highlights. There's, of course, the original Church with Jesse Lee Peterson podcast. The one that dates back to 2016 when we started recording again and streaming it live on like YouTube. And of course, there is Punchy TV. So rebuildingtheman.substack.com, and I think there's links probably to like the different, I mean, there's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other places. All right, just FYI. So do join us there. Quick, I would like to dive right in to a quick super chat white history contribution from Jim in Alaska, William H. Seward. Seward, pardon me if I'm butchering his name, Seward, Secretary of State under Presidents Lincoln and Johnson, the good Johnson, not the evil one, not the one in the 1900s or 1960s or whatever. Most famously known for drafting the treaty for the purchase of Alaska from Russia in 1867 for $7 million. Wow. So we have a long history and friendship with Russia, or business relationship, right, with Russia. We got Alaska from Russia. So cool. I wonder did Russia sail across the Atlantic or the Pacific to get to Alaska? I bet they sailed across the Pacific, right? Because it's closer to there. I looked up London, the USA, Los Angeles to London versus Los Angeles to Russia. And London is closer. But they might have been thinking Moscow. I was thinking Kamchatka or whatever, where they had the 8.8 magnitude earthquake, you know? Woof. We wish you well, Russians. Because we're Christian. So anyway, that's very interesting. Thank you, Jim in Alaska has a vested interest in being in Alaska since he is in Alaska. Shout out. Faithful viewer over on punchy.tv. Very cool. I like it. I'm live on Facebook, I think. Yep. And pilled.net, I look. Yep. Hey, what's up, Persian Cucumber? Nice to see you, man. On X. Yep. So we're going to get started, okay? I would like to get going here. If that's okay with you. So anyway, guys, within less than 10 minutes for once in my life, let's just get right on with the show.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la.
Hey guys!
Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la.
So, how you guys doing? I am fine. I have my Mount Baldy shirt on. It's my Alaska. I can go up there and see snow sometimes, see the mountains, see nature, and hopefully not get illed K. Some people go to hiking nowadays, and it's not as safe in America as it once was. There was this Latino guy, I think, who was drinking and hiking, and he fell down, and I think he died. Don't be drinking so much. Temperance. Be aware. You know? And so this is not a Hake shirt, okay? It's not a Hake shirt. It's in California, and it's a beautiful place. Kind of like I hear Alaska is. What is up? That's where Hake got rescued. No, I got rescued from Dark Canyon or Bear Canyon or something like that, up north of the Rose Bowl, jogging up from the Rose Bowl. and yes, search and rescue did come for me once. And I had to kiss up to how great the police were. Hake, why can't you super chat on YouTube? Because I am demonetized and I am hesitant to reapply for monetization at this time. I may want to, I don't know, remove some videos. I don't know. They don't tend to, they have not tended historically to want to remonetize me. It's been years. But JLP did get remonetized, so maybe I should just pull the trigger, or maybe I should just take a quick perusal of my channel. Because there's like, I don't know, mildly edgy stuff on the Hake Report. Appalling for some sensibilities or lack thereof. So, I don't know. When you're not sure, do nothing, right? So, you know what? Somebody did die up in Mount Baldy, by the way. An actor. That's not right. I mean, I guess it's just what it is. But he's like an actor in his like 50s. Died. He went off by himself off the beaten trail. Okay, I don't go off the beaten trail that much. Okay. Okay. All right. Do catch, by the way, American Anchor Baby right after Hake. Is that the case? Okay. American Anchor Baby happening as per the normal schedule right after Hake, and an exciting, super exciting man on the street. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you. JLP, man, and we do mean man on the street. A man akin to the manliness of our greatest President Trump, to the manliness of Putin, and the manliness, albeit genocidal, you people, of Bibi Netanyahu. Shout out. Shout out. I thought about that, AG. I was thinking about banning one of my more sketchy callers who is just I've banned him before. I wish him well. I want it to be a sober-minded banning if I do ban. An arm's length, a la what I did with beautiful Joe from Phoenix. Joe from Phoenix and I really actually like each other, but I have to hold him at arm's length, which means in his case that he's banned from the show at this time. And it's no hard feelings. If we have no hard feelings, we have no hard feelings. It's about, hey, we need a little distance. Keep a space. And so I might do this with another guy, but I want to be sober-minded about it and right. Because, you know, people get out of control, and you let them get out of control, and they get out of control more. We need to enforce a little bit of civilization on this show, okay? And in your own life. It's just business. It's nothing personal. It's love. What a great idea. Ban the only caller on this show is actually entertaining. I know, it's rough, Big Daddy, but nice to see you. At least you're entertained by the snake pit in the chat, right? Okay. There's one line open. So we've been talking about Mount Baldy getting lost, rescued. Righteous bands. And it's William Seward? H. Seward. Very cool. Thank you, Jim in Alaska. And I started with the disclaimer. Nate in Chicago, Illinois, is on the line over here. Nate, thank you for calling and holding, man. How you doing?
My brother Hake. This is Nate from Chicago. Nate Higgers from Chicago. Born and raised in Memphis. I wanted to call in and talk about forming a more perfect union and this, that, and the third, if you could.
Okay, appreciate it. Sounds good. How do you form a more perfect union, Nate?
You don't know whose impression that is?
It sounds like beautiful Ronnie in Ohio.
The idiot in Ohio, yeah.
Whoa. Hey, we are all idiots. Nothing personal, Ronnie. What's up, man?
Yeah.
Are you in Chicago right now?
No, I'm not. No, this is Hayden from Texas.
Okay, nice. What's up, Hayden?
Yeah, your screener said, I told him my topic, and he was like, "Is this Hayden from Texas?" I said, "No, this is Nate.
That's
Nate from Chicago."
Nice.
So yeah, he got it right. I won't do that anymore. I just wanted to, I just wanted to call that out. Ronnie was being absolutely and totally fake yesterday.
Fake? What?
100%.
What makes you call him? What struck you as fake yesterday? Like, what's explain?
Well, it's just two. I mean, again, the topic about what he says in the chat versus him like speaking about peace over the phone. He's afraid to be evil over the phone, but he's perfectly fine with being evil, in the chat and stuff. We all see what he says in there.
Oh.
So, I mean,
is it possible is it possible? Does he not come out and say it when he's on the phone, but he comes out and says it in chat? I could see that happening with people. But
yeah, 100%,
is it possible that you're reading it more harshly because it's written down than he's really meaning it? Because oftentimes that happens.
No, I mean the stuff he says is just pure raw. I mean even Mark said a couple of days ago. He said, I mean, he's just as evil as the guy in Phoenix, and I agree with that too. I mean, Mark said that he wanted to. And I don't want to spend too much time on this, but Mark said that he thought he was a good guy and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I won't speak about this anymore. But I mean, after that phone call yesterday, I hope Mark has fully realized that he's not deserving of any good credit whatsoever. And I'm being serious about that. I mean, the stuff he says about white Mark, and he says some stuff about me too in the past, in the chat versus what he says on the phone. I mean, he just he's going completely, masked off in the chat. So, I mean,
it's interesting. In church over the weekend, JLP recommended people stop interpreting other people based on their statements or actions and things as good or as bad, as nice or as nasty. And that's a flaw that people have. That, Mark, it sounded like Mark wanted to call him an honorable man, and he may have been too quick to call him honorable. And now he may be flipping around and being too quick to call him nasty, which people are nasty, and they are evil. Like, nobody, I don't think that anybody here is necessarily more evil than the guys whom I've had to ban. It's just that those guys have symptoms of that evil that are just out of control and like a threat to the show. They pose like a taking down of the show level threat, which is you have to keep them at arm's length at that point, and an ill will toward the show, which is just an underhanded, sneaky nastiness. So I would advise. Oh, you're not even really asking for advice, but I don't really think of. I don't know what to think of Ronnie. I appreciate his calls though. Nice.
Well, I mean, it's been like a certain amount of weeks and maybe even months that's when I caught on to it, and then for some reason it took you and Mark a little while to pick up on it. He's snaky, just like the guy from Phoenix was,
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, it's like two completely different people. I mean, Mark said it correctly. I mean, it's just like he's completely, I mean, he says the most, crazy and evil stuff in the chat. I've seen it myself. That's why I'm commenting on it.
Yeah.
And then
anyway.
Versus on, anyway. The purpose of my call was, have you heard about this thing called, it's an organization called Return to the Land?
Yeah.
On social media?
On the JLP show the other day, probably a day or two ago, we covered it, and probably 2 days ago, and the experts responded to it. And so this maybe a couple of days in a row, actually, this white man is along with 40 other people so far, is building a community in the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas. And I think they're starting one in Missouri, or they already had one in Missouri, trying to expand to Arkansas. I forget which way it was. But yeah, and it's a white American culture community that they're building.
Isn't that amazing? That's how much we want to get away from these invaders we have in the country right now.
It's understandable.
I think it's a great idea. I've heard about Missouri. It is possible they're trying to expand to Missouri. I have heard Maine though. I have heard Maine.
Oh yeah. What's messed up about Maine and those northeastern states is there's something wrong with those people going back many decades. I guess
I know they are really liberal up there.
Yeah, like they were nasty kind of anti-slavery Yankees.
Right. Yeah, they were.
And it's fine to be against slavery, but to like be nasty about it, and I don't know. There's just even the Christians over there, and it's very white over there, but it's not like something is off. Anyway, yeah.
I know. I mean, yeah, it's a liberal virus they have inside of them, which is it's a shame because like you just said, it's a majority. It's a very well white state, I guess you could put it. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they already have bought some land up there and tried to like form a white only society.
Yeah,
they may have already started it. But I heard like this, that's another state they're going to do alongside Arkansas.
Okay.
So, yeah, I didn't know if you had heard about it or not.
I hadn't heard about the Maine one. Go ahead.
Yeah. He set up a fundraiser, and the goal was $100,000. And I just checked before you took my call. He's raised $87,000 already.
Nice.
Which is just awesome. I joined an X space with him the other day, and for some reason he was in a majority non-white space. I don't know if they invited him there or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But he says he has a lot of lawyers who are making sure this whole thing goes through, which he really does need, because they're going to try to portray this as like racism or something, or segregation or whatever. But the reason why I brought up the non-white space he was in, they were the non-whites. It was mostly blacks. They were asking him for advice so that they can form their own like black only civilizations, like
cool.
like he's doing for the whites.
Yeah.
But
isn't that heartwarming?
That's sad to me, Hake. I mean, they're asking the white man for help for forming their civilization.
Yeah.
I mean, how can it get more black than that?
That's humility, at least, sort of. I don't know. I don't. It depends on the black, if the type of black that they would want to be around one another, And then it's kind of cool that they know that they don't know, and also just that's what whites should do with the Jews.
Oh gosh.
Ask them how they got their sway. how you guys raise your kids to be so glad-handing and friendly? Because a lot of whites are not that. We just keep our heads down and do our business and build our business and stuff. I don't know. Is it true, or is it just a false stereotype that whites are more like shy per capita?
Shy? I would say they're more cautious per capita.
Yeah, that's true, but that's wise. Cautious is overcautious is not good though, but cautious is fine. You should be alert.
I don't know about shy, but I would probably label it as cautious.
Yeah.
I know I definitely am when whenever I'm traveling and stuff. But I mean,
yeah. Right on, man.
Did you hear about that quote unquote incident that happened in Cincinnati?
Terrible, man.
A couple days ago.
Yeah, that's not right. You're talking about the beating after that jazz festival or something like that out in the street, and like a white man was a white man was in a confrontation with a black man, and they were in a crowd on the street. The white man, according to some black guy that I heard from, slapped the black guy, and then the blacks pounced on that guy, and black and men and women were stomping on him, kicking him, hitting him,
just like savages,
hooting and hollering, recording, going, a woman who seemed to be with the man, I don't know, got hit in the face maybe multiple times because she had a black eye and a fat lip, nasty hit.
Yeah,
And
I
it
saw the
wasn't just like a
pictures.
Botox fat lip. It was like somebody hit her on the lip. And
Yep.
and she got knocked out cold. That was kind of horrifying to see. I mean, granted, maybe she might have been trying to break up the fight, but I don't know if a woman is trying to hit a man, that's not good. But
Yeah, it's
that
not gonna
was
end up
just
well.
some nasty mob violence and gleeful. Some of them were like, okay, help her up now. But
Yeah.
that's like JLP, like Mark pointed out, just animals type of behavior.
Yep.
Terrible.
They go after the most vulnerable, and they're such cowards for doing that.
Any
you know?
excuse to go crazy. What a mess.
Yeah,
I heard there was
exactly.
the police said there was drinking involved, and some people
I'm sure it was.
some people who get drunk get over aggressive or reckless, and but it's a mess. Definitely a lot of animus.
Well, the reason I brought that up because I want to say a day or two afterwards, whatever day that was.
Okay.
Have you heard the organization Fellowship of Christian Athletes?
Yeah.
Did you see
Yeah,
that
I
story
heard
down in
of
South
Fellowship
Carolina?
of Christian Athletes. It was like a club. I heard about it when I was in like college or maybe even high school. And there was a
Well,
beating. A white young man
yeah.
got beat, and he like set up is it true that he set up his cell phone because he knew it was coming to record the incident?
From what the video looks like, it looks like he did do that. I mean,
FCA.
they just ganged up on him in their dorm room, and of course it was a bunch of blacks.
Yeah.
Because that one white guy.
Christians.
I mean,
So-called.
exactly, at a Christian camp.
Yeah.
Can you believe
For
that?
football. That's why when I was a kid in high school, we looked down on the football people because we were cross country, and the football people were like fake, over aggressive, and pompous and not as winning as we were. We won more than they did, but but there may be something to that aggression is out of line. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So-called Christians.
What was it that Ronnie said that we over talk about it, about the black on white stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, it happens every day. It happens every day, and he has the audacity to say that. You know.
I mean, yeah, I
sense.
think that Ann Coulter has looked into the numbers, and she found out that, according to what Ann Coulter, beautiful Ann, she's a research fiend, reminiscent of like real Vincent James level research. She found that 80% of interracial violent crime is perpetrated by blacks. And
I believe that.
yeah, I could believe that too. Because they do, I mean, it's so violent, just out of control. And then
Exactly
excuses, and then downplaying, and being like, well, blacks are more at risk. Yes, they are. I get it. But it doesn't change anything. It's just changing the subject to say that. What a mess.
Yeah. Like what they did with Carmelo Anthony earlier this year, trying to downplay it. Oh, it was self-defense. That's crumbling, by the way. Their whole self-defense narrative or whatever. That I forget his name now. The guy who's representing his family.
Yeah.
I heard that defense is crumbling. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's really the most vulnerable whites that they go after that are the victims of this stuff.
Yeah.
They don't really care about being around non-whites and stuff. But people like me, who avoid this kind of stuff, we're fine when it comes to this, because we don't associate it, with the whole multiculturalism stuff. But I mean,
but I mean, a lot of these white women, they bring it on themselves. These white women who get with black men and stuff like that. And
yep.
They, the line that they say. I won't repeat it at this time, but they put themselves in that situation. Like Mark said,
they gotta live and learn.
Like Mark said, racism saves lives, and he didn't mean that he's necessarily saving other people's lives, although he can give a fair warning because some people are just foolhardy.
Right.
and just go into places unaware. But anyway, like he's talking about his own life because he knows. I mean, I would surmise that includes his own life because he knows the danger, the risk. It's a risk assessment, as I've said before. People call it, oh, you're racially profiling. You're assessing the risk.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those are leftist buzzwords, racially profiling.
Yep, totally.
But yeah, I mean, I hate it, but I mean, these vulnerable whites, they have to live and learn because I mean, you know, they don't quote unquote see color.
Or others
I mean,
may have to learn from their bad example too.
And I hate it. I hate it for them, but that's just the way it is.
Some things
yeah,
will never change.
Yeah.
Which is an anti-racist song. Silly. I think it is.
Yeah,
sorta.
whatever.
I know. What a mess. Those musicians.
Well, Hake, I appreciate you taking my call. I won't, you know, I won't talk about the whole Ronnie or Mark thing anymore. I hope he doesn't, you know, give him credit where he doesn't deserve it. That's all. I won't bring it up anymore.
Right on, man. Appreciate you, Hayden. Happy White History Month, and looking forward, hopefully, if the Lord wills it, we will have a great Men's History Month as well. Thanks, man.
Oh, is that August?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Since 2018, this will be our 8th celebration of Men's History Month. Nice.
And was White History Month founded in 2019, right?
Same year. 2018 was the first. First year, first annual White History Month. So
a lot happening in 2018.
Oh yeah, much needed too.
Very much so. Happy White History Month, and I'll call back soon, Hake.
Cool, man. Take care. All right. David in Ocala, Florida, on the line over here. David, thank you for calling, man. How you doing?
All right. Happy White History Month for the last day.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Of the month, anyway.
And shout out to you. You sent me that
can you
Leonard
hear me?
Skinner. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay.
Oh.
Huh, that's
It's
interesting.
sort of breaking up. Is it me or you?
Hopefully it's you. Hopefully it's not me, but I don't know.
Yeah. You want me to call back real quick?
Sure. Yeah. Hold the line open for David in Ocala out there, Derek. Thank you, David. Oh, he clicked me. Yeah, David will call right back. Anyway, in the meantime, let me get to William in California on the line here. William, thanks for calling, man.
Hey, James, how you doing?
Doing fine. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, let's get David back on the line. We love
yeah.
David in Ocala. That's right, man. Hey, I'm going to do my last contribution for this last month, and I didn't know it's been that long for White History Month that you guys been doing this, or we've been celebrating it.
Yeah.
And what a White History Month. This is probably the best one I've witnessed.
That's cool. Yeah. Thank you guys for your contributions.
Everybody. Yeah. I want to give my contribution, and then I'll give you the reason I called. My first one will be Vincent Lombardi.
Nice. I recognize that name, Lombardi. That's a
The
coach?
trophy. The trophy, the Super Bowl trophy.
Oh.
Yeah, the coach. Yeah.
That's funny.
Green
Is
Bay
Caitlin Clark, not to stomp all over you. Okay, I'm stomping all over your thing. But Caitlin
Don't worry
Clark,
about it.
is she the icon for the WNBA?
The face of the NBA?
No, the you know how Bill Russell or one of those, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Russell is
she's yeah. Even though women's basketball absolutely sucks, probably the college girls are more entertaining than the pros. You know,
I could believe that.
And so I think probably Caitlin is the face of the NBA, like similar to Larry Joe Bird, and in Magic.
But I'm not talking about the face of it. I'm talking about the literal logo. Is she the logo?
No. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Like Jerry West. He's
Jerry
the logo
West.
of the
Okay.
NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Clutch. L.A. Lakers, yeah. Yeah, he's the logo. I don't think she's the logo. Is she? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think people pay attention to the WNBA like that.
I'm the only one.
But
women's
sports, all women's sports don't suck like the WNBA. I'm going to tell you, women's track and field is good.
Oh, yeah. You know, there's a young black gal from, like, Africa who may break 4. Like Roger Bannister and all those men did 100 years ago. So cool.
Yeah, women's track and field, women's volleyball. Of course, they're pretty good in gymnastics, too, because of the way they're built. You know, there are some women's sports that's pretty good and where men will actually look at it. But the WNBA is not one of them.
Oh, you know what? You know what? The WNBA logo, according to far left Google AI, I disclaim it may or may not be true, is not based on any one specific player, according to the WNBA, just a stylized silhouette of a player in motion.
A female.
Intended to represent the dynamism and energy of the game.
Yeah.
Rather than
I believe that. I believe that because they've been such a loss, they couldn't really point to. Like the NBA got Jerry West, and it could have been Bill Russell, could have been Chamberlain, but they got Jerry West, and there was significance to that. The WNBA doesn't have that kind of significance. Okay,
I don't mean to be so gleeful. I just can't help but be gleeful at the
I know it's okay.
Pokiness of these women. Shout out.
Okay, but I'm going to do something for the women before I get off. But I'm going to say that logo, I could see it not being that significant.
Yeah,
where they put a certain player on it.
Vince Lombardi, though.
Yeah.
Let's get back to business. Vince Lombardi. Yeah. Vincent Thomas Lombardi. So is he? So he's white, huh?
Of course, it's White History Month, James.
I know. I just he looks very tan, and he looks like he could be
Italian,
a part
probably.
white, and it's part something else. Yeah. Oh, Lombardi would be Italian. Okay, but we'll count him definitely. I mean, we counted Jews here. We counted Stan Lee.
Right.
Nice.
The next one's going to be Douglas MacArthur.
Hey, I like that. A general, right?
Correct. Was he 4-star or 5?
Let's find out. He's an American general, 1880 to 1964. An American general, World War II, Korean War. General of the Army. Born in Little Rock, by the way.
Arkansas. Yeah.
Star. Oh, come on. Talking about the Silver Star, the some other star.
Well, he's got a lot of.
Let me see. 4-star? 4-star general. Let's see. Let me search 5. Well, anyway, Douglas MacArthur. 5-star general? Question mark. Let's find out. Yes, he was a 5. Okay, according to Google AI, I disclaim it. It may or may not be true. He was one of the 5 men promoted to this rank during World War II, officially receiving the honor December 18th, 1944, equivalent to the modern 5-star rank of General of the Army. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
White people should be very proud of their contribution. What, the stars?
Yeah.
Well, I think you get, I don't know, you have to ask a military person. I think they get stars for, like, wars, real wars. And they'll get a promotion from 1 to 2 or 3 to 4. I don't think there's been 5-star. I don't know if there's been any 6-star generals, but I think there's been a couple of 5-stars, but it's that's not reached too often.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, hopefully it's not too many more wars.
Right. Well, white people should be very proud of their contribution to this country.
Yeah.
And not to turn their nose up at the accomplishments.
Right. Totally.
Right. Yeah. My next and last man of the month, white man of the month, we're going to go with Kirk Douglas.
Hey. Kirk Douglas, right? The actor.
Yeah. Mike
wow,
Douglas,
what a Chad. Look at that man.
Father of Mike Douglas.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Michael Douglas, a a legendary, well, I don't know if he's legendary, but a great actor.
Oh, he is. Yeah, great actor.
Born
Remember that
Isher
show?
Go ahead.
Remember that show, Streets of San Francisco? Right? He starred in that.
Okay. I don't remember it, but
you're
talking about Michael Douglas, or are you talking about?
Well, that's his son. That's one of his. He's got a lot of movies, but we're going to acknowledge Kirk Douglas.
Don't you love it when these foreigners come in and make their names more American and appealable?
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Douglas, born Isher Danielovich. And that's a relatively pronounceable name.
Is it German or Russian? Polish? I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see. He was born in Amsterdam, New York. Okay, let's find an early life check on him. And I disclaim the term early life check, of course. I disavow it. But his parents were Russian Jewish immigrants from
So Russian.
Chavusy Mogilev Governorate in the Russian Empire.
Sounded like
Belarus.
Russian
Belarus, present-day Belarus. They spoke Yiddish at home.
Right. Okay.
Those talented Jews are very good at entertainment, acting, dancing, singing,
Production,
writing songs,
directing. Yeah,
telling
they
stories.
are.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to say they're running Hollywood. Well,
They
stop
deserve
complaining about it. Stop complaining about it. You run Hollywood. You know,
Yeah.
They had sense enough to do it. You can't blame them for
Right.
prospering.
Yeah.
And,
you just like be like, yeah, they're wrong. They can't.
Get off on that.
Their
I
politics
don't know
are
why
nice.
people do that. People do that. They always do that. They
Yeah.
think billionaires and millionaires.
Well,
are
part of
bad
the
people.
reason is that their culture is so foreign to ours, to normal like white and normal black Christian
Probably so.
culture.
Probably so.
They're just so much more loosey goosey with their morals, if you will, that
That's
it's
correct.
like foreign to us.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
hey, man,
And
they're here.
the last one for the month, I'm just going to say, it's a little treat for you. Ginger or Marianne? Which one would you pick, James?
Marianne, obviously.
Okay.
I did like Ginger though, but she talked
All right.
to.
Me too.
Actually, I kind of liked Ginger more when I was a kid, but she talked to like soft and sexy, and Marianne was just normal. But they're both.
He was condescending, wasn't she? Well, neither one of them. I'll do them another time. Got a nice little surprise for you. You said you picked Ginger, right? Because she was more wholesome, probably.
Or Marianne.
Marianne.
Yeah.
Okay. Me too. All right. We don't have to give a White History Month contribution to Donna Douglas. Donna, the beautiful bombshell Donna Douglas.
Okay. Donna Douglas. Donna Douglas with one S. Oh,
Yeah.
cute. That's funny. Who is she?
That's a
So she
bombshell.
passed in 1932 to 2015. American actress, singer, Ellie Mae Clampett on the Beverly Hillbillies. Oh, that one on the CBS
The
sitcom.
bombshell.
Cute.
The bombshell. Okay. Look at those pictures, man. Beautiful.
Yeah.
No scandal. Very homely girl. Very religious. I think Christian. From
Okay.
Louisiana. Very religious, down home girl. No scandal. Could have had any man in Hollywood she wanted, but Donna Douglas was not built that way.
Nice.
You can't judge a book by its cover and look at the looks and take for granted that they would be that way. But this particular lady was, but they have ladies and then they have women. This is a lady right here.
Yeah. After her acting career, she became a real estate agent, gospel singer, inspirational speaker, author of children's books and books
That's
for
right.
adults too. Born Doris Ione? I don't know, Smith. Interesting. In Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Donna Douglas. Happy White History Month. And
Yeah.
it was a very good one.
That's right.
Very successful in my eye. So, what I called about was the there's a black politician in Cincinnati that was actually cheering this situation that happened out there on, like, they asked for it or they begged for it, or beat down.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong in Ohio, but some of Ohio's inner cities, I don't think they have but 4 or 5 big cities. They're more pro-black in Oakland, California, man. Let me tell you, and they are so pro-black that you could get hurt pretty bad. Now, the whole state of Ohio is not like that.
Right.
Just get that straight. But Ohio have some of the most pro-black black people you ever want to meet, and they can be violent. They can be over the top.
Yeah.
And maybe the police were not there because they didn't want to be.
Interesting.
The call that you had yesterday, remember I said, where are the blacks? So see, Ronnie called in, and this is not an attack on Ronnie because I don't like to do that personal thing. It's not cool because it gets things out of control.
Yep.
This is not an attack on Ronnie, but the way that he researched black crime was wrong. That's a backdoor, kind of a sneaky backdoor way to make it, bring it back to we don't do this. Of course, and this goes for all ethnicities, of course most black men or people are involved in crime. You don't have to do research to know that.
Are not, you're saying?
Yeah, you don't have to do research to know that. But
are not involved in crime, you meant.
Right,
Yeah.
of course. That's not nothing, it's not a big discovery. One of your competitors, he's in California, and I'll just use his first name. His name's Larry, and he's an attorney. And then you got the woman you just mentioned that likes research. What's her name?
Ann Coulter. And you
Ann
mentioned
Coulter.
Larry Elder.
Yeah.
You can mention
Jesse's
Larry
friend.
Elder.
Yeah. Jesse's friend.
Yep.
He quoted the exact same thing that Ann Coulter did. And I'm going to give you some crimes. Homicide, rape, auto theft, gang activity, and robbery, strong arm robbery. Whites represent 61% of the population, and they're very underrepresented.
Yeah.
Blacks represent 13% of the population, and they are overrepresented in all 5 categories.
Yeah. By multiple factors.
Right. So for him to say that most black people don't do crime, of course they don't. But you're talking about a really, really small group out of the 13% that's doing all of this.
Nice.
I mean, 2 people quoted that. I think one's pretty qualified. He's an attorney, and identical quotes,
Yep.
well overrepresented in violent crime, robbery, rape, strong arm, everything, car theft. And up in the Bay Area here, they recovered $30 million worth of stolen cars.
Yeah. Wow.
And
brutal.
Not saying that only black people steal cars. That is not what I'm saying. So everybody don't get all excited, but that's not what I'm saying. But I can tell you most of them are black perpetrators. William,
I have to keep things moving. I appreciate you, man.
Let you go. Happy White History Month, and just something to take a look at. And let's get to beautiful David, and good call, Hayden.
Nice. Take care.
All right, thank you.
And back to David in Ocala, Florida. You hearing me better now, David? How you doing, man?
Yeah, coming in loud and clear.
Sweet.
I moved into the other part of my house. I think that might have something to do with it.
Possibly. Possibly.
Yeah. Anyway, shout out to William.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
right.
I got some White History Month people for you here, real quick.
Okay.
You told me you sort of like those B movies a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's one for you: Dirty Mary and Crazy Larry. You ever heard of that?
I don't think so.
Well, that's got Peter Fonda in it, so that's who that's my white history guy. And then
Nice.
it also has Vic Morrow, who was killed in the Twilight Zone.
Literally killed?
Around 80. Yeah. Vic Morrow, that's Jennifer Jason Leigh's father, and he got killed in the Twilight Zone by a helicopter blade, him and 2 little Vietnamese kids. For real.
While taping?
Yeah, while making the movie, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Vic was in a bunch of stuff.
Vic
But
Morrow.
anyway, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You said Vic Morrow, and you mentioned Peter Fonda. I've known Peter. I've heard of Peter Fonda. Is he related to Henry Fonda?
Oh, yeah, that's his son.
And Jane Fonda?
Yeah, Jane Fonda's his sister.
Okay.
Yeah. So
wait, so Henry Fonda is the father or the son?
The father of Peter Fonda.
Okay, of Peter.
And Peter Fonda was in Easy Rider. That's the picture you got up there now.
Nice.
Yeah. Right on. Oh, and then hey, you brought up Chinatown, and then if you see up there, you see Jack Nicholson in that picture you got up there.
Oh.
You brought up the y'all's area, Chinatown.
Okay.
And when the other day on the show, so I said, you know what, I'm going to go watch that movie again. I went and saw it when I was 11. Now, if you haven't seen Chinatown with Jack Nicholson, you definitely got to watch that.
Okay. Yeah, I have not seen it.
Yeah,
Jack
it's one of the greatest.
You know what? Jack Nicholson is up there. He's still living, I believe, right? Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah.
But he's in his
alive.
90s now.
Yeah. Well, it's a drama type movie. The Chinatown is. And
Okay.
It's got a really wild ending. It's one of the craziest endings in any movie that was ever put out.
Wow.
I saw it when I was 11 years old. Okay, so if you go watch it, you just think about me at 11 years old watching this movie because it was way too far above my, pay grade at that time of life.
In terms of sophistication, how about in terms of like violence and stuff? Oh, it's by Roman Polanski.
It was the whole the whole script. The whole movie was it's for grown-ups.
Okay.
It's really, it's a grown-up movie. So that's one of the reasons why I think I grew up quick.
Okay.
Because I watched a lot of stuff like that.
Interesting.
Hey, who's the guy that lives in Czech Republic that you always have on TV or on your show?
On my
Remember,
show?
black-haired guy?
Oh, from the Czech Republic as a guest or as
or
as a caller?
No, he's a guest.
From the Czech Republic on my show on the Hake Report?
Yeah, the black-haired guy. He's over there. I think he's in Czech.
Well,
not Czech. What's the war between Russia? Who's Russia? Ukraine. He's over in Ukraine.
Oh, that's who you're talking about. Dylan Burns.
Yeah. Listen, just remember this name. Don't look it up right now, okay?
Okay.
All right? But there's a guy in Alabama. His name is Timothy St. John. He got arrested with 7 other people on some sexual charges.
Ooh.
And this dude is his twin.
Oh,
okay?
wow.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Hey, when you see this guy, you're going to be like, holy cow.
Looks just like Dylan Burns?
Yes, he does.
That's funny.
It's crazy. It's just messed up. That's how you get mistaken identity.
Yeah.
Yep. Stuff like that.
Interesting, man.
Anyway, I called about those attacks in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, first off, you don't take your old lady to a downtown event with a bunch of black people.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
That
not anymore.
Stupid move, huh?
Yeah. So was she his lady? Is that the case?
Yeah, I don't know, as a girlfriend or something, but let me tell you what, the guy who knocked her out, I tell you, Hake, I try to kill him.
Terrible, man. Yeah, you gotta. That's why it's you gotta get past that anger so that you know how to act in the moment and not in the heat of the moment.
That's why I don't go to places like that.
That's another good idea. Indeed.
I mean, who in their right mind goes down to a place that's like, let's just say it was 80% blacks? and you're the white couple.
Yeah.
These people, they've been brainwashed.
If they're all old
no,
boomers, yeah, maybe. But
yeah, but those were
not when
some
these
younger
are-
people.
Yeah, these are young whippersnapper rascals.
Well, they've been brainwashed that
Oh, yeah.
that there's no racism. Okay, and look what that got them.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like this: if you ever go to an all-black church, okay, like I have before,
Yep.
you would figure out what I'm talking about, because every once in a while, one of them will look at you like, "What are you doing here, honky?"
Wow. Terrible.
Even though they accept you, okay. I mean, and then they.
I mean, we just talked about a fellowship of Christian athletes. I don't know if they're high schoolers or college athletes. A white young man beaten by a bunch of blacks in this fellowship of Christian athletes camp for football players.
Right, and he filmed it.
Yeah, I
somebody
think he
filmed it?
filmed it. What a mess.
Well, you know, I
Crazy.
mean, they're savages, man.
Yeah.
Now they're on film so much, there's no denying it. Okay, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like the black lady falling down at the movie theater, like I talked to you about before. You know, they're just. But see, you can't put yourself in a position like that. If you look, the only way I would go to something like that, if I'd have to have been forced, okay, to go to a downtown like that.
Yeah.
And I dang sure wouldn't go without a knife, okay?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you get older...
But
like,
even
when
with
you
a
get-
knife, you put yourself at risk, because God forbid you have to use that knife, then you get in trouble, because the laws are against whites and against self-defense and against men. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Against having weapons.
Well, when you get like 45, you realize don't even put yourself in that position.
Right.
And then when you're 60 like me, you're like, I don't care. Especially the dude that knocked the woman out. Okay, that dude
Was
that
that
knocked her-
somebody?
I mean, he knocked
Somebody
her out
claimed that guy
cold.
was white, but I didn't look that white to
no,
me.
it was a black guy.
I don't know what
just
it was, but it
Just
was
like that. I'm sorry.
overboard, I think.
It's just like that shooter in New York that carried that freaking machine gun, basically, or whatever, it was,
Yeah.
assault weapon, just walking down the street. The first news reports, most likely a white guy.
What? Who said that?
Yeah, you didn't. They broadcasted it on the news 2 or 3 times before they got it correct.
Whoa!
Most
And it was
likely
like a black
I
Asian,
know.
like a black Japanese type of a guy, maybe. I don't know.
Right, you didn't see that, man, where they
No,
were
I
raising
didn't
a
see.
secret-
I didn't hear anybody say most like, because that's unprofessional. You would think that the news media would largely be,
that
depending
that
on who.
that Erin girl did it. Erin something, the
Burnett?
black-haired chick. Yeah, that used to be pretty. That now she's hit the wall. Yeah, her. She did it.
Over on Call Me Nonsense Networks.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
Yeah, she
look
used
this
to-
up. That's crazy.
Yeah, she used to be some eye candy, but now she's just drinking wine, man. You can tell she's plumping up from drinking that highlight.
Well, I mean, I
wine.
disclaim this.
About what I'm saying about her.
Yeah, because you're saying that she's drinking wine and
Well, I don't know, but that's what I would think. Alcohol.
possibly
you know.
white. Wow, that's
Yeah, see that?
that is. So the New York Post. I gotta play this. Let me just see.
You can't win for nothing as a white person.
Join you here to John's reporting that they do know what he looks like. Male, possibly white, mustache, sunglasses in that building.
So she was reading. Was she reading? She was reading. But
Well, I know she was reading, but they set her up.
who
you know?
gave her the possibly white thing?
Some black freaking girl that's like, just out of college that
What?
hates white people.
Who handed her that? They gotta.
He does.
I mean, because anything is possible, but why? That's so interesting. I mean, it's kind of like the New York Times falsely said that Officer Sicknick, the January 6th officer who got a stroke and died overnight after January 6th, they said, oh, he was hit in the head with a fire extinguisher. Turns out he was not. Some other cops were hit with a fire extinguisher by some January 6th rioter who threw a fire extinguisher at them, but they're not the ones, they're not Officer Sicknick, and they didn't get a stroke. So that was fake news that New York Times reported, and I passed it on. And so it's just, who knows, but that does betray a kind of part of like the anti-white sort of
they love
speculation.
it. They love the anti-white movement.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
it's
listen,
so funny how they come up, many of the stereotypes of whites are like, the whites are not even as bad as the blacks in those stereotypes, you know, with the child sex stuff and the mass shooting and stuff like that and killing the families. The blacks are worse than the whites with that. But the blacks try to clown the whites with how the whites act, but the blacks are every bit as bad and worse.
They're nuts, man.
Yeah.
This just happened like yesterday or the day before. This girl got into a fight with her boss at Wendy's.
Okay.
So she calls some guy, okay? I don't know if it was her boyfriend or not. Some guy comes up there to get her. He gets into a little scuffle with the manager in the parking lot. This is all filmed, man, you know, in the parking lot. So he knows the manager has a gun in his hand, okay?
Okay.
And he's stupid. He takes a swing at the manager and misses, and the manager just caps him right there in the parking lot and kills him.
Terrible. Man. You're laughing.
So don't even tell me that this is a white person problem anymore,
Yeah.
okay?
What
The
a mess.
whites are sick of these people, man, from Jesse Smollett to Stacey Abrams to Oprah, and, you know, and then I saw somebody write this. This will get by because it's not. They call her Jasmine Crockett Sheet.
I don't know what that means.
You know, Jasmine Crockett.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah. That was
That's
that
funny.
wasn't. Yeah, it is funny. Okay, because she is. Okay,
Yeah.
she is just out of her mind.
Yeah, that's true. And yet she's propped up, and the liberals love her because she's shameless and evil. Terrible.
Right.
What a
That's
mess.
what they love, man. The devil's children attract themselves. Okay?
Yeah.
You know, they just, you know, it's like the Christians. If you're really true Christian, you're more comfortable around other Christians for sure.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Might be a little boring compared to your past. You know, now you're eating cake and drinking punch instead of smoking dope and drinking Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
But you know, it's definitely a lighter experience, you know, to be around them. Listen, I know you got to go, but
Yeah.
I want to tell you something real quick before I go, because tomorrow is August 1st, and that's my 3-year anniversary of being off that Suboxone bull crap.
Oh.
Yeah.
What type of medication is that?
Well, that's the stuff they give you to get off of pain pills or get off of OxyContin or get off of heroin or whatever like that. You know, so I was on it for 6 years, man, and I said I gotta jump ship. So I did it. I did it 3 years ago tomorrow.
Okay. Suboxone.
Yeah, Jesse. JLP interviewed a guy. I saw an interview with a guy that was really strung out, and he went and started a rehab.
Yeah.
A white guy. You remember that interview?
Yeah. A recent Fallen State interview, I believe it was.
Yes. And that guy was completely right. He said it takes 2 to 4 years to get it back together.
Nice.
And he ain't lying.
Wow.
Okay? Yeah. Because
Right
your
on,
brain
man.
has to get rewired, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
That's like physical
dopamine.
issues that wow, that's crazy, man. Well, congratulations. Men's History
well,
Month.
Well, dude, I did it to myself. It's not like I can't blame nobody.
Exactly.
Started, you know, messing around with just a little bit of it, and the next thing you know, I was out of control, you know?
Yeah.
So,
it sneaks
you know,
up on you, doesn't it? It's crazy.
Well,
because
I
you're
was
not
in a
really paying
very-
attention, you know, and you just go out of control.
Well, it started off, you know, you know, I had a high pressure job, so it took the edge off you, okay?
Yeah.
And nobody knew you had them in your pocket. Okay? It's not like
Right.
you're smoking weed or drinking out of a bottle.
Man.
Incognito. So I started out probably on like, say, 15 of them a month.
Okay.
And then the next thing you know, I was doing 30, then 60. And at the peak of my deal, I was taking 120 a month.
Wow.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
And that's just that's painkillers to kind of just distract yourself from the day.
Yeah, well,
reality.
It's just a bad deal, man. It's like everything always starts out rosy and then it ends up bad. Okay.
Wow.
Like that. Anytime you mess with something like that, it always, everything seems fine, until you hit that wall. And when I got off of them right at the tail when they were really busting up the pharmacies and everything like that, and a friend of mine was getting 180 of them a month for free from Medicare.
What a mess! Thanks a lot, Medicare.
Dude, it's nuts.
Yeah.
This doctor's pumping her full of all these pills, and she's like, "Hey, David, you want to buy some of these things?" And the next thing you know,
women.
Yeah.
Drug dealers.
So anyway, but listen, I'm about 90% right. So I still got probably a little bit more time. I most of my days are really good. Every once in a while I have a bad day now, but that's way better than it was.
Health and pain wise, is that what you're talking about?
Well, not the pain mental wise, okay?
Mental pain.
Well, mental, like, dude, I was riding high for so long, buddy.
So it's messed with your mind. It's messed with your brain. So your brain will.
Yeah, because you feel so good for so long, and then you hit the wall.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's not fun. Anybody that's like that, people who quit gambling, drugs, alcohol, whatever, it's really tough getting off because they had that crutch for so long.
True. That makes sense.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, listen, thanks for having me on. I'm sorry we got cut off. And
no worries, man. Happy White History Month.
Right. That's on, great. Bro. Y'all be good. I hope that helps somebody out there.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, that's a big issue facing the whites and everybody, really.
Well, my friend, getting off of the Suboxone, I got a bunch of people that have told me, man, you jumped off cold turkey. That's something, okay? Because most of the time people got to go to a rehab.
Oh, even to get off of the Suboxone.
Yeah, it's probably worse than the Percocets. I probably should have just jumped off the Percocets. Okay?
Rather than do the Suboxone. Because the Suboxone is an intermediary drug to get off of the Percocets, but then you have to get off of the Suboxone. And the Suboxone, you're saying, is worse than the Percs.
I think it could have been because,
potentially.
Dude, I could smell it coming out of my pores, man.
Whoa.
I mean, it was just toxic. Yeah, it's just toxic, dude.
That's interesting.
I don't know. I mean, man, listen, I know you got to go, but it was so bad. I had to take like 2 baths a day. I'd wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning with my legs killing me so bad. Every night I woke up and couldn't go back to sleep for like two hours because my legs hurt so bad.
While on the Suboxone?
No, getting off of it.
Oh, getting off of the Suboxone.
It took a month. I mean, a month in my house of just sweating it out. Buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, just brutal.
Did you replace it with anything like smoking or coffee or something? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, I replaced it with coffee. Yeah. That's why I'm so jacked up sometimes when I call you. So he says I talk real fast.
Right.
One last thing, man. Somebody wanted to know what my accent was about a week or so ago. In the chat, it's Georgia and Florida mixed.
Okay.
So that's why I sound like a hick. Okay.
Cool.
Hey, have a good day, man. Y'all be good.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay, but there's one line open. Oh, you know what? Let me try Ronnie. Ronnie in Ohio. Somebody mentioned his name and want to give him a chance. Hold the line open for poor Ronnie for a sec, just in case I don't know. He might be busy. But, okay, before I get back to the calls in that case, I know I see you. You are seen. American Anchor Baby is coming up. Some super chats. Lord have mercy. Let's take a quick review of what we've looked at. Poor Aaron Burnett. I think she's still pretty. I disavow wine, and wine allegations. Chinatown, interesting. Jack Nicholson, he's my white history hero. I know nothing about him, but he's fun to watch. Beautiful Donna Douglas, beautiful Ginger and Marianne. It's funny, everybody loves Marianne over Ginger. Interesting. Makes me want to go with Ginger, but anyway, that's degenerate anyway. You know, I was laughing because somebody honored Kirk Douglas on the show, and then Elijah gave a diamond saying William ruined the last day of White History Month with Kirk Douglas, SMH, shaking his head. Kirk Douglas? What's wrong with Kirk Douglas? He was in Spartacus, right? Is that him? The original 1961 Ulysses, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and other things. Was he a Christian, even though he was Jewish? I don't know. Anyway. Douglas MacArthur, all these white history heroes. All of these heroes. And I had shown you a bunch from Big Bump. He went through every single day of the... look at that pipe on Douglas MacArthur that he's smoking. It's like a whole basket. He's smoking a little basket rather than a pipe. I disclaim it. The poor WNBA and the real NBA, Vince Lombardi. Nice. Okay, I think that I have some more. Oh, hold on. Some more super chats. Thank you to Popcorn's Thump Keg for that funny/fun joke. Cesar or Caesar, regarding the violent blacks in Cincinnati, what I meant to say is that they had such a low ball amount that they were able to get out of jail so fast. Oh, I didn't even know that. So you knew more about it than I did. With your 3 coffees. Really? I didn't know. I haven't looked into this story at all. I've just caught bits and pieces from the JLP show. I haven't looked at anything on X about it. I have what you might call fatigue about the black on white crime. I don't like to look at it. Just call me Dawning Armor. It makes me mad or something. I don't know. I just don't want to look at it. But my tender heart cannot take it. The faint of heart. Since when did the justice system take it easy on attempted murderers? It's because they're black, says Cesar or Caesar. Yeah, I mean, there has been a corruption of the DAs and others, district attorneys. I don't know if that's the reason. And corruption of bail. There's no cash bail. You don't have to pay to bail yourself out of jail. You get out of jail for free in many cases. It's a mess, and they complain about this overcrowding, and there may be, but they don't have solutions. They just have victimhood and enabling. That's the liberals for you, commies. It's really disgusting, kind of like how Joey Swoll apologized to please the blacks and the SJWs. Totally. Man, did you see on the J. Seeley Peterson show, all those SJW TikTokers, including males, like white-looking males, keyword looking, on the outside, celebrating the passing of beautiful Hulk Hogan. I have something to share with you from Hulk Hogan, perhaps, that I'd love to share with you. Something else that's foul, good word, Cesar or Caesar, is the brainwashed whites. Yeah, you said it. Oh, I'm stomping all over your coffees, man. Sick emoji. Celebrating HH's passing. HH stands for Hulk Hogan. This is America, okay? It's not the other guy. One last awful thing was how your female black competitor ambushed Nick Fuentes, all out of emotion. SMH. I lost 90% of respect for her. Well, 10% should be enough. She fooled me coming off as an objective thinker. Yeah, never fall for a woman speaking the truth. That's that interpreting thing, man. You're interpreting, like JLP said in church, and like I mentioned to beautiful HADEN in Texas, that you people interpreting Ronnie as an honorable man or stuff like that. I mean, and Candace Owens is a objective thinker. Come on. Okay, I'm done venting. Smiley emoji says Cesar Caesar. P.S. Did Jesse ever feature Nick Fuentes on his show? If so, where can I find it? Triple question mark. Yeah, he's been on the show, the Jesse Lee Peterson show, years ago. It might not be on YouTube. I would think it might not have been on YouTube. So you can probably find it on Rumble or BitChute. Maybe not BitChute, because if it was on YouTube, then it would be on BitChute. Let's find out. Sometimes these things are easier to find on via Google search rather than trying to search on Rumble or BitChute or some of these other platforms. Suno, for example. I found a song that I was looking for. Okay, so this is some other channel posted it. Oh, Dale Graper. Nice to see him. Hey. Let's see if I can find it up from the Jesse Lee Peterson. There it is. Oh, no, that's about him. That's from another time. That's a feature about him getting... Friday the 20th, 2024. Yeah, no, that's... So they featured... JLP talked about when the guy targeted him at his home. But, yeah, okay, so you can find it. You can find it on Rumble. Just search Nick Fuentes, Jesse Lee Peterson interview. And I don't know how long it is, but anyway. Del Groiper is probably the best bet. My guess. Let's see. I like to try... A trick is to refresh, and then you'd have to sit through the ads. How long is this interview? 42 minutes? Yeah, that's probably the full interview. Oh, how come there's... Did I mute it? Is this thing muted? Yeah, let's see. I can't see.
I appreciate it, man.
There
Thanks
you
for having
go.
me on your show as well.
Look how little Nick Fuentes was.
I got to ask these things first. What is the American dream?
That's a good question. I would say probably that the American dream would be to start a family, live a safe, normal, predictable life.
Nice. Anyway, so you can find that there. Let me see if I can respond to him with the thingy. If you go to buymeacoffee.com, I know that it's not a clickable link, but you highlight, copy, paste. So shout out to Del Groiper, making it more findable than us. Nice. Thank you, Cesar Caesar and Terry. Bought a coffee. Wishing you a very happy White History Month. Or should I... No, I'm not going to try to do her voice. I was tempted to do her voice. Wishing you a very... I can't do it. Happy White History Month this last day of it. And for a continued happy white boy summer. Hey, shout out to the white boys. Right on. Is that should you say white boy or should you say white man? I remember I was 4 or 5 years old. I was taking my nap because I was 4 or 5, like I should have been. And then I was like, I got up out of my bed. And I'm a man. I laid back down, I think. Nice. Right on. Thank you kindly, Terry. Okay. Oh, and Gregatron. My goodness. Gregatron says, for the last day of White History Month, I want to celebrate Mark. He's a proud white man who speaks his mind, never backs down from a challenge, isn't afraid of the host or anybody, stands by his convictions, speaks the truth with a capital T. Mark is in my top 5 callers. I don't have favorites. I love them all the same. I say different things depending on the day. Because I said a different favorite caller when I appeared on the Scottish guy, whatever. When I went on that guy's show. If you go to the HakeReport.com, Caledonian Elixir podcast, you can find out what I said was my favorite caller if you catch that episode on Caledonian Elixir on YouTube. And he streamed it on X and maybe Facebook and maybe Rumble, but I didn't see it on Rumble, and I followed him on Rumble. But maybe it's a different one. But anyway, shout out to him. Thank you. Yeah, shout out to Mark. Yeah, we'll put him in there. Since we took, I know that he wanted to put some white radical who's not alive in the place of John Brown, but why don't we put Mark there? Mark in Los Angeles. Right on, Gregatron. And as you know, Gregatron is black. So let's get to this. I wanted to get to it. I have to get to it. If we mosey on over to the HakeReport.com. Lots of crazy stuff going on. Good stuff too. Kamala's not running for California governor. She thinks, I'm committed to helping elect fearless Democrats. There's no such thing as a fearless Democrat fighter or fighting fearlessly. They're full of fear. That's why they're Democrats. Gaza drama. There's this mother who's says that her children tell her not to go to those aid sites because they don't want her to get killed, because people get killed when they go to those aid sites sometimes, because Hamas is allegedly around and the Israelis may strike them errantly or whatever. So it's a mess over there in Gaza. Ukraine is still a mess. Putin not backing down. Passengers hospitalized after Delta turbulence, trying to travel to Amsterdam, and then they had to just land in Minneapolis, St. Paul. That's a long way from Amsterdam. And a bunch of them went to the hospital. 25 from turbulence. Turbulence is just shaking. I don't know about the medical records. Democrats want access to the illegal alien detention centers. No more pickup-only Starbucks stores. They're having to downsize. They kind of supported liberal policies, and degeneracy, so they kind of brought it on themselves. But they're kind of victims too. Starbucks, coffee store, coffee shop thing. Their Commie Nonsense is trying to look at what Commie Nonsense says. I'm going to try to do fast, okay, people? This is plowing through the news. Big number, supposedly. $6.16. That's how much, on average, there are many, it's probably a wide range, a participant in SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as food stamps, receives per day in benefits. So 616 times 365, $2,248.40 a year. Divided by let's do 12. They get $187 a month. But $6.16 is basically, that's like almost nothing. That's not much. So what's the problem if we take away SNAP for these people? That's a good thing. Every little bit, it adds up for the individual and for the government and for the taxpayers. So get rid of it. And plus, it's a whole lot of people are abusing it, scamming. It's a huge mess. Oh, look at this sad quote. My children tell me, don't go, Mama. Don't go to AIDS centers. We don't want you to die, Mama. Who will take care of us if something happens to you? Real quote or fake quote? I don't know. but I understand the concern. El Abed, as a woman, Palestinian mother purportedly, living in Gaza, who must risk her life to obtain aid to feed her 8 children. Husband was killed in an Israeli airstrike. That's horrible. And was her husband an innocent civilian Palestinian? Yes, there are some who are innocent, right? I surmise. And or was he Hamas? Or was he innocent Hamas? Are there any innocent Hamas? Gotta be, right? There's good and bad. There's better and worse. I don't know. But that's a mess over there. I did, however, mosey over to the Hake report to show you something else. A nice tribute to White History Month, Hulk Hogan.
Illegals.
Illegals, is that the right word?
What's the right word?
Illegal aliens. Illegal aliens.
Pardon me.
As I watch all of my real Americans and the crime rate soar, instead of just saying that, because they defunded the police and everything, I don't want to go the illegal thing. Crime rate soar. The one thing that put me over the edge, brother, was when I saw our hero, when I saw our gladiator, when I saw our champion put his family, his business, his career, and then finally when his life was on the line, and I saw them try to take him out, my whole world changed when I saw my hero and my gladiator stand up with a fist and a face full of blood. It was time for Hulk Hogan to not be silent anymore. And,
oh yeah.
And
I'm fired up already.
I went, and, and I may, when I get up there, I don't know exactly what I'm going to say, because I go crazy when I get up there. What's the word I'm saying? Illegals.
So that's that was Hulk Hogan. I don't know if you guys heard him. Let me repeat it real quick.
Illegal aliens.
Be quiet, be quiet.
I said, as I watch all of my real Americans and the crime rate soar, instead of just saying that, because they defunded the police and everything, I don't want to go the illegal thing.
So he's talking about the illegals, crime rates soaring, defunded the police, talking like a beautiful boomer, like JLP, and then he saw this.
Crime rate soar. The one thing that put me over the edge, brother, was when I saw our hero, when I saw our gladiator, when I saw our champion put his family, his business, his career, and then finally when his life was on the line, and I saw them try to take him out, my whole world changed when I saw my hero and my gladiator stand up with a fist and a face full of blood. It was time for Hulk Hogan to not be silent anymore. And,
oh yeah.
And
I'm fired up already.
I went, and, I may, when I get up there, I don't know exactly what I'm going to say, because I go crazy when I get up there.
Nice. So that was Hulk Hogan, I guess, before he gave his speech at the Republican National Convention and tore off his shirt like he used to do for our greatest president, Trump. Reminds me of another great Elon Musk, who was also inspired by Trump after the major attempted assassination by that 21-year-old little whippersnapper punk who got lucky and killed a fireman, family man. What a mess, huh? Right on, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan, a real American icon, said Don Jr., who posted this on his IG. Right on. Thank you, and rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. You heard on the JLP show about Joey Swoll, and other places about Joey Swoll, the fitness influencer who says, you need to do better. Whose arms are bigger, Joey Swoll's or Hake's? Shout out Joey Swoll. I don't hold it against him, but he was wrong. He's apologizing, kissing up to the liberals. Cover your ears, kids. This is bad, okay? This is bad, but it's Mike Tyson doesn't think Hulk Hogan is racist. I got to show you guys Mike Tyson. Real fast, and I'll get back to the calls, okay?
Hulk Hogan. You know what happened with Hulk, with the whole N-word situation. I know you know about it already, but yeah, him saying the N-word, saying really nasty, racist shit.
Oh, sorry, kids. Boop.
He's been completely banned from the WWE universe.
Ladies, cover your ears, kids.
Do you think Hulk's a racist?
I don't think he's a racist. You know, racist gotta be like, I gotta be like, hell all those niggas. I hope they all die. I don't want to have nothing. Listen, it's so simple to call somebody a racist now.
Yeah, that's right.
Really simple. It's so easy. Listen, now no one said more disgusting, dreadful things about white people than me.
Hey, see, he knows that he's been nasty towards whites.
And that's nothing about a racist.
And I think this is real. It looks kind of AI-ish or have a filter over it, but I'm pretty sure this is really Mike Tyson, I think. I don't know. I disclaim. It might not be. But sounds just like Mike Tyson. You know, the boxer guy?
Racist in me. But
wait.
When we get in that dark side of our minds,
He said there's nothing of a racist in me, meaning he's not racist. Mike Tyson is saying that Mike Tyson is not racist. But you get in that dark part of your mind?
Well, that's the only thing we see, the bad side of our mind. So those are the words we say. We see it fucking Italian mom.
Beep. Sorry, kids.
Again, and you're this, you're that.
Beep.
You see him, you fucking big
beep.
drunk black rapist nigga.
Bleep. He can say it though. It sounds so innocent coming off of Mike Tyson's mouth.
You don't label someone a racist if they just have a moment like that. You don't think that's the be-all, end-all.
I don't know. They could be a racist, but I know I had those moments and I'm not.
Yup. Hugging Hulk Hogan. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that nice? Pardon me for allowing the cuss words and the N-word, which is funny. But that's clarity. Hopefully with the interruptions that I gave and stuff, you still got the gist, the point from Mike Tyson. You see an Italian, those bleep, 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 bleep. That's clarity. That's wisdom. That's real. That's Mike Tyson. So pray for Joey Swoll. Because Joey Swoll is this guy that's all sad. He said, rest in power, Hulkster. Your greatest tag team awaits. Share your ultimate Hogan moment below and keep Hulkamania alive forever. That was his post, but I think that's what he said because he deleted it and replaced it with some other video apologizing. It's horrible. At least on TikTok. He would always tell people you need to do better. Oh, you know what? This is kind of true, though, what Joey Swoll said. You heard about his apology and stuff. He stated, all the good things I've done. You familiar with what happened with Joey Swoll? He's this guy on the internet who tells people do better at the gym. Don't be taping yourself and accusing guys, ladies, at the gym of checking you out and pretend like you're so disgusted by it, you women. Don't be crying falsely racism, blacks, at the gym. All the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing. I truly hope the people I've inspired to do great things in their life and pay it forward to help others and carry on my message. These do-gooders. No matter how much good you do, people wait for a reason to hate you and tear you down. You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. Thank you for your support. I am done, says Joey Swoll. With what? I don't know. Cernovich says, you could have kept posting. This would have been over in 12 hours or less, given the attention span of TikTokers. Who cares? Nobody does. This is self-indulgent therapy talk. Stop pouting and get back to posting, he says. I'll repost that from Cernovich, because that's wisdom. But there was something else that he wrote. I wonder if I have it. I think I do. Oh, don't read that. Here it is. Here's the other thing. I wonder if he got deleted. It did get deleted. Terrible. Well, he said, a lot of people upset with me, calling me weak and a quitter or worse. They're not wrong, and I deserve it. But just so we're clear, you can walk a mile in my shoes. They sent messages telling me they know where I live, and they're going to unalive me. That's fine. I can handle it. And blah, 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 blah. So Joey Swoll going through, you can't do anything right. Can't please everybody. So maybe he'll get wiser from this. Maybe not. Joey Swoll, shout out. So what have we done? My goodness. Oh my goodness, we've done way more than just that. Done supers, done a little bit of news. I don't have a lot of time. We have the Anchor Baby coming up. I think I did set the redirect. Let me just make sure. Okay. Jermaine in Canada on the line over here. Jermaine, hey, just so you know, I'm doing like 2 minutes apiece. Go.
Hey, how are you?
Doing well. Thank you, sir.
Nice. Happy last day of White History Month.
You as well.
Yeah. I was calling about the Joey Swoll thing, but you pretty much cover it.
Yeah, no, say your piece on Joey Swoll, this fitness influencer who honored his hero, Hulk Hogan, and a mess. And then took it back. He looked into him and he took it back and he acted like Hulk Hogan was not a good man or this bad guy. And that's not any reason to... Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, he's dead. R.I.P. to him. Wish him well.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, this guy, pretty much a beta, you know. These people are just going on the internet. I mean, he probably apologized because, you know, he wants to keep his following, his influence, but like Jesse said, they know that thing is important to you. They're going to use it against you.
Yeah. Yeah, and there is a people-pleasing thing in people. And you know what crossed my mind about Joey Swoll specifically, because when you can check out the Jesse Lee Peterson show. I don't think I have time to play it on my show right now. But he said, I was on my live stream after posting that tribute to Hulk Hogan. I dressed up as Hulk Hogan in an old video or something as for Halloween one time and said, rest in peace to the Hulkster. He influenced me to start bodybuilding or whatever. And he said, instead of having understanding for the people who were judging me for posting the Hulk Hogan thing, I got defensive and said, I'm just honoring this guy who's a childhood hero for many of us. And he told us to say your prayers and eat your vitamins and stuff like that. And that was true. But the key word in my mind was he got defensive. And so he puffed up in pride, and you puff up in pride, you're going to also wallow in guilt. Pride and guilt are kind of opposites, and they'll pull on each other. You have guilt, you're proud of being guilty. You have pride, you're guilty of being prideful. And so he puffed up in that defensiveness, and then he realized that he was wrong, but he was wrong in the way he was wrong. And so he went from wrong to even wronger. What a mess.
Oh, yeah.
And that's that guilt, that's that people-pleasing, guilty, prideful mess. He was going through it. He had to be.
It's just like being in a relationship with a female, and she's gonna gas you up.
Yeah.
You get guilty about it.
You get mad at her, and then you realize, oh wait, I'm wrong for being mad. But then you have to admit that she's wrong too.
Yeah. That was an opportunity for him to die away from the ego, the false self.
Yeah.
That is attacked into the world.
Well, he'll have many more opportunities, or may he have more opportunities depending on how much life God gives him.
Yeah, I didn't realize how many hate Hulk Hogan was getting. I saw the TikTok videos yesterday.
Out of control.
This is crazy, man.
Yeah.
These people have no love. They're like, oh, you think we're going to say R.I.P. to this guy? And they call him so much names, so they're really no better than him.
Yeah.
When they claim what he did was evil and racist.
They're worse. They are worse than him. They're worse than the person they're condemning. So interesting.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, man. But before I go, I called Jesse about earlier the chat there. Jesse was like,
"That's funny.
That's not a good question."
You got called out. I was embarrassed too. I was like, "Oh man."
Jesse's hilarious. I know why he said that, because I understand why he said that. But I mean, it's a good question, because when you look at it, people around us have these relationships, and they're like, "Oh, I love this about my girl. I love that about my girl. she does this for me. So it's all about the ego and the flesh. So
Yeah.
it's kind of funny.
Totally. The snake pit was all into the ego and the flesh, and they indicating they have no idea what love is.
Oh, I didn't see that. I may check it out later.
Oh, I shouldn't have told you. It was out of control.
No way. Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta look.
I shouldn't have told you that either. That's funny, man.
It'll be funny to see, though.
Yeah.
But I'll let you go. All right.
Right on, man. Appreciate it. Take
Have a
care.
good day. Bye.
Bye. Hey, not too bad. Mark in Los Angeles, California, our inductee into the White Hall of Fame. What is up, Mark in Los Angeles?
Happy White History Month.
Thank you, sir.
And shout out to Brigatron. Appreciate the kind words.
Yes, sir.
I only got a couple minutes, so I got to get all this in. First of all, for Hayden, I know Ronnie sucks. He's a racist and a white hater.
Yeah.
Tried to be nice. You can't be nice to Satan. So I hope you're listening, Hayden, and I hope you're listening, Ronnie.
Nice.
I want to put Walter Brennon and Joseph R. McCarthy as my Hall of Fame inductees for White History Month. Walter Brennan was an actor. Joe McCarthy was an anti-communist politician. Real quick, I want to shout out to Albert McDade. He asked me about Rockwell Hall. Yeah, Rockwell Hall in Chicago in the Marquette Park area, I think, has been turned into a ghetto. It used to be all white just 50 years ago. So, yeah, that's the answer on that, Albert. Unfortunately, no more Rockwell Hall. Oh, and if I could add one more person to the White History Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
that would be Arthur J. Jones of Chicago. And lastly, Hake, earlier on the show, you said something about a caller that you may ban.
Right.
Okay, is that me?
No.
Okay, because you have a guy, and I knew it wasn't. I'm sorry I had to ask, but the reason I asked, you have a clown in the chat. He calls himself Lord of the Pigs, and he said I would next to be banned. And, oh, man, I don't know what color this clown is, but, I mean, all he does is criticize everything I say.
Uh-huh.
He won't come on to talk because he's probably a woman. But Lord of the Pigs is one of my biggest critics. I'm not surprised that the other bozo, Lady Lewis, wants to put John Brown, the demon, on Mount Rushmore. I know he's just pulling my chain. But that's the kind of evil these people are. They love their violent brethren. Just like in Cincinnati, they're selling T-shirts, the Negroes are, celebrating this beating. This clown that I just mentioned, he said it was the white girl's fault because she had to have said something. That's the kind of evil that's on people's minds today. They hate the white man. They want to eradicate us as quick as possible. They're upset that Trump won. And because he's basically a roadblock to their genocide of us, or whatever word, that you want to use. And this is it, Hake. I know it's been about 2 minutes. This is unrelated, but there's a court that's going to try to reverse all of Trump's tariffs. I mean, we've brought in $150 billion in tariffs.
Yeah.
And some commie clown court is going to try to stop it because they say Congress are the only ones that could raise taxes, and they claim tariffs are a tax. It's a word game. They're going to split hairs. I just hope to God, if it goes to the Supreme Court, that we win. If we lose that one, we might as well just open the border, let everything go to heck, and just let the end of the world happen.
Yeah.
Because that's what these communist judges want. That's what the left, radical left, the white-hating left.
Yep.
This is what they want. So, I think Trump's going to win, I hope, but that's going to devastate the economy if he doesn't. So I just wanted to get all that out there, Hake.
Thank you, man.
God bless you, and thanks for the White History Month and for inducting me into it. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mark,
have a good one.
You as well. Mark in Los Angeles. And how white is that? Being mindful of the time and of the conditions that I set for like 2 minutes per caller. That is very white. That is why he is in the White History Hall of Fame, Mark in Los Angeles. His judgment of the snake pit notwithstanding. Sitting in judgment on the snake pit notwithstanding. Okay, Elijah, over here from California, man. What's up?
What's up, Hake?
Hey, good to hear from you.
Happy last day of White History Month.
Thank you, sir. Happy White History
Glad
Month
I
to
was
you.
able to. Thank you. Yeah, Mike Tyson. He was actually raised by a white man, so I think he has, appreciation for whites. And
Are you referring to
what
Cus
he's done.
D'Amato or whatever?
Yeah, shout out to Cus D'Amato. His that was his boxing coach and mentor. He saw the potential in Tyson, and that he had a lot of anger and he was out of control.
Yeah.
His father left him probably for milk or cigarettes, which is typical.
And never came back?
Cus took him under his never came back. And Cus took him under his wing and made him into the animal that he was. He got that rage and just was able to channel it.
That's awesome, man.
To force the nature. Yeah. So I guess shout out to Cus D'Amato for White History Month.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, he even had a tweet. He deleted it. It was in 2020 during the BLM riot.
Uh-huh.
It said, let me see. If white people rioted every time a black man killed them, we'd never have any peace.
Mike Tyson posted that tweeted that in 2020?
Yeah. In
Whoa.
2020, he said, if white people rioted every time a black man killed them, we'd never have any peace. And then some beta's like, this is a bad take.
I did not know that he posted that. According to Elijah, I disclaim it. I don't know if it's true or not, but
Well, I have it right here on my phone, screenshotted, but
yeah. Wow.
you could find it. So it was deleted, but nothing's really deleted on the internet.
Yeah, Reuters claims he did not tweet about black on white crimes. It could have been a fake.
Well, yeah.
Far left Reuters, okay. Who knows what the truth
Well,
is?
of course, Reuters. Whatever Reuters says is the truth is the opposite of what they say. So
Yeah.
they're always gaslighting and making crap up.
Right. True.
And I disavow Joey Swoll.
Yeah, I couldn't
He's
repeat
not,
what
he's
you
not
said.
in the- Yeah, he's not with us. His whole content is. Yeah, his whole content is getting on his high horse and wagging his finger. Yeah, do right, people. It's
Right.
pretty gay, like a 5'4" roided out manlet, but.
Oh,
every
is
now
he
and then
short?
He says,
Never mind. I don't want to know.
yeah, I think he's like 5'4". 5'4", 220 or something.
He looks so tall. Anyway.
Really?
I mean, we're always looking up at him at his video from inside of his car or whatever. He looks like we're looking up at
on
him.
purpose. He's always sitting down. He kind of gets the right angles, like fat girls.
Kind of like, or like, who's that other beautiful white man? Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise always.
Kirk Douglas? Oh.
I don't know, all these guys.
Didn't Michael Douglas get throat cancer?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to know.
Yeah, William, he's a boomer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
really
he's
know.
Gen X. I think he's Gen X, actually.
No, really? Oh, he sounds older.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of, they can't tell the fellow whites to the regular whites, or how you say, not a Christian.
Right. Yeah. I don't know him either. I mean, I've learned a little bit more from all you guys. I've picked up on ways to catch on a little.
A lot of them migrated from like Russia and Ukraine and Poland and Hungary.
Yeah.
And built the Hollywood degenerate empire.
What a mess.
They say the word holly, like the word Hollywood derives from that tree. It's a holly tree. It's what the witches make their wands out of.
Oh.
You ever heard that one?
I had not heard that.
Yeah, so it's like their way of casting spells through cinema.
What a mess.
And then, yeah. Just a little, yeah, so shout out to Cus and Joey Swoll. We disavow.
Yeah, indeed.
He gets the wall of shame.
That's a fact.
All right, Hake.
Good to hear from you, man. Take care. A couple more super chats before I get back to the calls. Popcorns, Thump Keg bought a coffee. In cases where someone is wrongfully convicted, I won't show you on the screen just for the sake of time, for a crime they did not commit, do you believe that person should receive some type of compensation for the time they spent in jail if they're wrongfully convicted? Bill was I think so, yeah. Bill was sentenced to 20 years in jail for armed robbery. Turns out the prosecutor bribed the victim into identifying Bill as the perpetrator when it was actually Jim. You know, you generally scoff at things like the Innocence Project. For what reason, I don't know, he says. But if it turns out someone was framed, for example, or wasn't the perpetrator, how do you think that wrong should be corrected when the person had spent 5 or more years of their life in prison? I really don't know, man. That's a mess. That's a mess. My answer, I don't know. That's why we want honorable prosecutors, if we can. Honorable judges. Honorable populace. The jury? Oh, my goodness. Dishonorable. Like crazy. And stay... Oh, I don't know. Matt Joke bought our coffee. White History Month contribution. Though it may be controversial, I think we have to include what he says the great Adolf Hitler. I mean, he's indelibly in the culture. Terrible. Thank you, Matt Joke. I appreciate that. Your contribution. He would... Okay, well, shall we... No, I don't have time to look him up. Goodness, I have less than 4 minutes, and I'm supposed to do 2 minutes a caller. Rick in Hampton, VA. Rick, thank you for calling and holding, man. You have a minute and a half. Go.
Man, what's up going on there, my brother James?
Going well. How about you?
Pretty good for a Thursday.
Indeed.
Nice day here at Hampton, VA. Hot, but it's a nice day.
Yeah. True.
Man, I tell you, man, do you think, man, I think they're trying to start a race war, man. What happened in Cincinnati is outrageous. That's out of control.
It really is. It really is.
And I'm telling you, whites are starting to get fed up, man. I mean, they're cooking that race war, man. I'm telling you, liberal whites, liberal blacks are cooking this race war, man. I'm telling you.
I just hope that cooler heads can prevail, Rick. I appreciate it, man. You know, I have to run you off the show, but take care, man.
Hey, you too. I'll see you tomorrow. You be here tomorrow?
I plan to. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Lord say the same. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you. Be blessed, there, James.
You as well, man. Take care. Bye. And Alan in Michigan, who's been on hold for years. How you doing, Alan?
Pretty good, and I know it's. I got the stopwatch going here. I just wanted to.
How white is that?
A shout out to Mark. He was right about Senator McCarthy. You know, of course, they call it McCarthyism.
Yeah.
I knew people who knew him. His wife was very helpful to him in exposing this communist nonsense that was going on, and also he was vindicated about the Rosenbergs. Because the Verona papers came out and exposed the whole, from the Russian files.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were spies. And a friend of mine told me, he says, yeah, they knew they were going to be convicted, and they were giving themselves electric shocks, hoping they could survive being cooked.
Wow.
for treason.
Yeah.
Now, that's a rumor. But
okay.
real quick, JLP had said something very interesting. He was apparently raised on a farm, came to the city is where he's ran into all this anti-white stuff.
And then I have to end in 20 seconds. I have to end your call in 20 seconds.
And I will say obsession is the fellow traveler of what JLP says is anger. And I'll leave it there, and maybe next time I'll elaborate on it.
I love it.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I've seen obsession in people.
Indeed. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man.
Okay, thank you.
All right. This has been the Hake Report. American Anchor, baby, is coming up next, everybody. And then there's a special thing with JLP, Man on the Street thing, premiering. Bye, guys. Take care.